like infinity mirrors, which have to be like set up so in 90-degree angle that they work, and so on and so forth. And plus, they had an Egon Schiele hanging in the corner.
Yeah.
Which the Schiele then really broke the bank.
Yeah. But walking into that space, again, it feels so inviting. In this mirror, this, having so much reflection in there is certainly allegory to all the Freudian things that may happen. And I won't ask about your relationship with your mother, but I will ask...
She's coming in a week, so that's good.
I will ask about Heuriger's, though.
Yeah.
And this relationship Austrians and Viennese have with being outdoors and drinking and that conviviality. And when I walked up to Schilling, which is in the middle of the financial district, and it's unexpected that it's even there in what looks like an old tenement building.
It's one of the few tenement buildings which were left in all this like development craze before and after 9/11.
But it feels like a place where you can get away within the city. And Heurigers are similar in that fashion.
I mean, the Heuriger, which is basically the Viennese wine bar. There's, of course, people love it because like weather in Vienna can be very crappy, and those like 3, 4, 5 months out of the year you really enjoy sitting there. Number one, number two, Austria produces only half the wine Germany produces, being at the 10th of the population. That just shows how important wine is to the Austrian people. The Heuriger is also the wine equivalent to the beer garden. Very egalitarian. Everybody sits on big, long tables. At Schilling, we have like one big table holding 24. And people do share because they have no choice. They have to share it. And this, like, I try to bring at Schilling this like airiness into the room by like getting rid of all like ceiling height, like totally opening it up, 12-foot ceilings, and putting this like beautiful like bluish tones into the room. So basically like trying to like give you the idea of like you're sitting outside. And then the Heuriger also like really produces like very simple, straightforward, delicious food, which is, I think, the key to any restaurant today is like just keep it delicious, keep it simple, make food people can understand, and like be truthful to what you offer. And I know at Schilling we stretch it at times, because Schilling is also like a little bit our how should I say that, our little Italian sibling. I took Trieste as an inspiration of the menu, and doing really, really well. And I think like the financial district is a very underserved neighborhood, and this is like also like a very quiet, nice block where you would not expect a restaurant such as Schilling.
Say this word again for me, the conviviality word.
The Gemütlichkeit.
So it's defined as a sense of conviviality and cozy intimacy that comes from the temporary surrender of everyday responsibilities. And I love that. The temporary surrender of everyday responsibilities. And you've done that to me today by ordering this bottle of rosé and just coming here with this wonderful attitude that, you are a very accomplished chef. You have very great restaurants, and you do take business seriously, but you do not take life as seriously.
What's the most important thing we have in life? And I do not say this as a platitude. I say this because, number one, I just had my second child 3 weeks ago. And then I really I have to we get caught up in this tunnel vision. Like we are like, you and I, we are people who love what we do. We strongly identify with the things we love and the things we produce and the things we touch and the things we move. And at the end of the day, we get at times carried away from the really important things in life, which is number one, we should be thankful that we're healthy. My wife is a surgeon. She's a breast cancer surgeon. So she's like, that's tough. I mean, with us, it's not about life and death. We don't tell people. But with 80% of the time, she has good news for them. But the 20% is that those are tough conversations. This is a tough pill to swallow. But then on the other hand, I think hey, we've got our health, we've got our passion, we've got people we can share this with, and we've got a healthy family. So this is the core, what makes me function in everything else I do. And and then to be brought back from a Freudian standpoint, to like lose that tunnel vision at times, that there's a lot of beautiful things around us. And you don't have to be rich. You have to be financially independent to a certain extent, that you have the things you need. As long as you have health and like a healthy environment around you, meaning the coffee shop or the wine bar, or God knows where you find your serenity, is, I think, the most important things, what I'm striving for, like at my age at this point. Because I gave so many things up for the past 16 years, just like sacrificing everything for that Michelin star, that New York Times review, that New York Magazine review, that feature in the wallpaper, that visit at Heritage Radio in New York City at Roberta's, yeah. And you have to get to the point in your life where you say, yes, you do this, but then you do that, and you have to be also a family man, and you have to be a leader, most importantly, in what you do. And I work with a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds, and like it's really to spark that flame of like, what do you think is important when it comes to food, and it's food in general. It's not even Austrian food. I mean, it's all French technique, and then we can debate of like where this French technique is going to bring us, how abstract we want to take it, but ultimately it's about hospitality. It's about the love of cooking, the love for the product, make the product shine. Don't think too complicated. And then while you're in this process, you will find your Gemütlichkeit. And then once you have found it as a restaurateur, waiter, cook, etc., you will bring that feeling of Gemütlichkeit to your guest, to your client, to your coworkers, to your family, which is Gemütlichkeit is applicable on all aspects of life, not just restaurants.
To your schnitzel.
To my schnitzel.
And on that, I will never look at a pounded, breaded, deep-fried piece of meat, in the same perspective again. And everyone should go to Eddie and the Wolf, Bar Freud, the Third Room, Schilling. Stop by Third Man, Schilling, and all these places, and really see that, there's so much perspective to be had on such simple things in life. But I thank you for being the person that you are, and for having the restaurants that you do here in New York, and bringing the serenity that we all need.
And Michael, thank you for the appreciation of Austrian cuisine. And listen, it's the more the merrier. Thank you.
Excellent. You've been listening to The Food Scene on heritageradionetwork.org. I'm your host, Michael Harlan-Turkel. Hoping to have you back here next Tuesday at 3. A big thank you for the music by Cookies and David Tadashore Engineering. Cheers.
Thanks for listening to Heritage Radio Network, food radio supported by you. For our freshest content and to hear about exclusive events, subscribe to our newsletter. Enter your email at the bottom of our website, heritageradionetwork.org. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at heritage_radio. Heritage Radio Network is a nonprofit organization driving conversations to make the world a better, fairer, more delicious place. And we couldn't do it without support from listeners like you. Want to be a part of the food world's most innovative community? Rate the shows you like, tell your friends, and please join our community by becoming a member. Just click on the beating heart at the top right of our homepage. Thanks for listening.